All right, so why don't we go to, we could go to like Bernal Heights. That could be kind of cool.
Bernal's pretty windy, pretty hilly. That's a good place.
Yeah, Bernal's pretty wild.
And then
So,
from there, we can take the highway up.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's go like,
Bernal Heights Park. Let's just go straight to the Bernal Heights Park there.
okay, yeah, let's go like here.
Yeah.
All right, so recording. We're about to set off. So this is going to be about an 8-minute drive. Ryan's first FSD Beta 12 drive. We're going to have some crazy turns here. Let's go. So give us your raw thoughts, Ryan. I won't speak. I'll let you sort of just share what you're seeing and thinking.
All right. Just briefly, as you said, it did kind of just take off. It didn't delay. It also wasn't like too swift. It was kind of just like a normal acceleration, pretty normal braking. It didn't feel like it came to like, too aggressive of a stop there at the stop sign. I would have probably started turning a little bit before that. It waited till the tires like were off the curb before it started turning versus I'm maybe a little bit more preemptive starting my turns.
But it did it.
It did it. It was very smooth. That was not at all a knock. It was just later than I would have myself done. And
I agree with you.
And I'll say,
but I'm also just amazed that it can pull out of a parking lot like that.
Yeah. And there's obviously going to be differences between. Yeah.
Do you mind trying to hold it horizontally to see if it's maybe showing more?
Hold, what would you like to see?
To hold it horizontally, like just flip the phone.
Yeah, as long as the audience wants that. Are you on?
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
That's better. Thank you.
Oh, it's funny how it shows up on Omar's phone. It still looks like, it doesn't rotate anything but.
Yeah, actually, I guess for the viewers it does.
Yeah, but for us it just looks like I'm just holding it wrong.
Yeah.
It's really killer. It's great.
Is Omar's phone locked in portrait orientation?
I don't believe so. I'm going to try real quick to check. It is not. So yeah, this is just how Space's video works. Okay.
So there's a lot of people who say, I'm faking my FSD videos.
That's close to the curb there. But very good.
Yeah, I know.
Did it make you nervous?
It did make me nervous, yeah.
It was a little nerve-wracking, but I mean...
But it's really good.
If you were driving, I'd be like, oh, he knows, because he knows his car.
Mm-hmm. No, I've had moments like that where it looks like it's getting really close, but it knows its boundaries really well.
Back in the day, it didn't always.
No, I've definitely had some curved rims from FSD in my Model 3s.
I think, Tesla Raj told me that he had curved his, so...
It was an epidemic back in those days.
Really good, smooth, and swift acceleration. That didn't feel
so this is the auto speed, so it's actually picking the speed itself.
Yeah, and it's a 25 here, and it's going 28. I might do 30, but this is a very comfortable, good speed here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is good.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, comfort would be one thing I'm emphasizing so far. Is that it feels...
Yeah. And look at how it changed the lanes.
Aggressive lane change, which, again... was what I would do. That one was what I would do there.
Yeah.
I almost always, just because traffic gets kind of weird with these like 3 lights.
It's like a human.
That felt very human.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is the route that we want to take too, but it was just kind of how late it did it felt more human than like anything else. Okay. I
need to buy more Tesla stock. All right, so we're hanging for Cesar Chavez West. So this is a pretty complicated thing. There's a freeway over to our left. And then there's this lane here to get over to where we want. And it was able to just figure it out better than I could, honestly.
Yeah. And that lane, there's often people merging improperly.
Here, we got a stop sign here. But it's not visible until very late.
Yes, that stop sign wasn't very visible until very late. It's kept pretty far left when I would start to move to the right. And that makes it harder because of that wall there. This is challenging. This is very tight. And obviously, partly because there were no cars, it did that successfully. But also, it felt like it would do it successfully if there were cars. But it was good.
All right, so now we're merging into the road here. We have to make a left onto Alabama Street in 0.2 miles.
So a quick merge over. It's merging over the one right now with its blinker on. It's got a second one that it's going to... Oh, it's not going to take yet. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it might.
It's not this left turn lane.
Yeah.
But see how smoothly it got over there? It was like nothing.
I had to check to see if the blinker was on.
I know.
Just because we're talking, but it felt so smooth that it wasn't obvious it was doing it. It was just kind of just a natural merge over.
That's the kind of thing in FSD, like older FSD betas that would make you sweat. Like, okay, is it going to be able to get over in time in just 0.2 miles?
Yes.
But in this, it's like, it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna make a left onto Alabama Street right here.
The timer's ticking down on the crosswalk. It just switched to yellow. Kind of aggressive braking.
Yeah.
But again, if that was you driving, I wouldn't have said anything. I would
have gone on the yellow.
Okay, but yeah.
But it's more conservative than me about yellows.
I don't even know if I would have gone on that yellow. That one I might have said that.
Yeah.
That was
a good driver would have stopped at the yellow. But I mean, stopping at the yellow was the right thing to do there. It did need to brake a little harshly to do it, but it wasn't, shit your pants harsh.
It was
appropriate.
It wasn't car sick harsh. It wasn't anything. I mean, that was just like, again, if you'd done it, I'd be like, yeah, you made the right choice stopping before that yellow light.
All right, so we've got a light here. We don't have a green arrow, so we need to wait for traffic. So there's traffic coming over there.
Okay, it's going.
And it's going for it.
And that was fine. That was, again, exactly what he
FSD Beta 11 would get stuck. It would get confused. It'd be waiting there for a long time. And, just kind of blow it. You'd be waiting there way too long. This just slipped in the opening like a human would.
This feels, I mean, I'm trying to, compare it to something. We were talking about Waymo earlier. This feels pretty comparable to Waymo. If not,
that's what everybody says.
It's slightly more human than Waymo.
Yes.
Slightly more human.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell people.
Yeah, that like the braking behavior, the acceleration behavior feels more like it's thinking more than it's like told how to think.
Exactly. Like you're really seeing the advantage of all their data. Okay, now look at how the lane kind of I don't know who painted these lane lines. What the hell? What kind of lane lines are these? But it figured it out.
It's like that one road in Stockton with the zigzaggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it zigzags pretty much all the way up, which is partly why I chose this, is that it's a little bit confusing. Good acceleration there. Yeah, this feels like so far as good as Waymo, and it might be a little bit more human, which
it's probably going to have more takeovers than Waymo.
So far, though.
We haven't had any takeovers yet, but I can imagine.
Well, of course, Waymo should have zero, or...
Waymo has maps and other sensors. But, the way it's trending, it's going to
bumpy, hilly road here. You can hardly see lane lines. It went, as a human would, slightly over the yellow just to make a reasonable turn here. It's kind of close to the plants on the side there, but... Okay.
Now, FSD Beta would always blow this stop sign in the past. In past versions. I don't know if 11
it's so
did.
Steep and looking the wrong way kind of thing.
It's just a difficult stop sign to detect given the hill.
Yeah.
But FSD 12 nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. Here's the Bernal Heights Park. And so we're going to make a left here.
This is impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a really nice moon out. A little crescent in the fog.
I mean, it was nearly perfect. Other than that one note about not turning the wheels quite, and then look at this. We got a speed bump here.
Slowing down for the speed bump. Very
look at
well.
this. Look at this. 8.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was
comfort is the bottom line here. Comfort.
If you told me that someone's remotely controlling this, I would almost believe you because it feels so human. Again, Omar, your hands are not on the wheel. Your foot's not on the brake.
I haven't done shit. I haven't touched anything. It's done all the driving.
Okay, it kind of hit that pothole kind of hard. I would have gone around that, but
well, that wasn't a pothole. That was a sewer drain,
manhole cover, or something.
But yeah, it doesn't go around potholes or like.
That was my biggest critique so far, though. That was my biggest critique.
Yeah,
was that
it does need to do that because you can get a flat tire, as I have.
You would know.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna change. I'm gonna put 19-inch wheels and tires on this car tomorrow. So I think,
Okay, yeah, but that was like my biggest critique so far. Everything else, like maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so here it is, and it's now pulling over.
Which is very difficult because it's also like sand.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were parking here, this would be how I'd park it. I'd be worried about the rims, but...
That's what it's doing, basically. It's just
like, is it going to come to like a stop or park?
Well, I mean, we're running out of road here, so...
Yeah.
Not really sure what it's doing.
What's it going to do?
Okay.
I want to know what happens when it actually goes to 0. Okay, is it going to throw it in the park? It says autopilot navigation complete, so this is exactly how it did in the past. Cool.
Okay.
Tapped on the brake, turn us around. I want to know what happens if you don't turn us around.
Should we end the space and just kind of,
I mean...
or we could do one more with the space.
I at very least want to like see the transition onto the highway and then back off the highway.
Yeah, we can do that. Uh-oh.
There's a cop.
He's not after us, is he?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
He's not flying again.
All right,
He's turning around. Let's go ahead and just pull over to the side here for now. Let's just wait till he goes past. That's very funny right now. There he goes.
Okay. So, where can we go that would take us on the highway? Why don't we go to, like, Union Square or something?
Sure. Again, I can go anywhere. I've got my one wheel now, so.
Take me to
request from Meta if it's okay.
Apple Union Square. All right. So we've had 2 perfect drives with 0 interventions. Can we trip it up on the 3rd drive? We got 5 miles through San Francisco, 14 minutes. We got city streets and highways. Is it on? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, 101 North.
On the highway.
Okay.
And we're expecting that it doesn't include highway in the stack. So it'll be autopilot on the highway is what you think?
You know, that's what I've heard, but there's definitely differences in the driving feel, the way it makes lane changes. You wouldn't know it's the same stack. So I originally thought the highway was the end-to-end stack, but then Tyler from Teslascope said, no, it's actually not, but they made some improvements, and that's kind of why it feels different. But yeah, it's different, but not on the new stack yet. And then I think what they were going to do was actually train another model, another end-to-end model for the highway.
Okay.
So there'd essentially be 2 end-to-end models, one for the city streets, one for the highways.
Interesting choice, but cool.
Okay, so
Speed bumps again. It was perfect there.
There's a lot of parked vehicles here, so it's offsetting well for the parked RVs and vehicles like that.
I see roughly what you were saying about, like, yeah, this feels like it could go wide, and this could be the one
Yeah,
we're waiting
no,
for.
this is the one that's gonna go wide. I can feel it. It's
still
it's
definitely
ready.
It definitely is not robo-taxi ready, but this feels like, you know,
Yeah.
12 is better than
It's
anything I've
ADAS
ever-
ready. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful view of the city here.
And what I'm referring to when I say it's not robo-taxi ready, I just mean like how it kind of got close to some curbs and, you know, didn't hit or didn't go around potholes and or manhole covers. This is surprisingly smooth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some interventions, maybe even some safety critical interventions, but we just haven't driven it enough to find them yet.
Of course.
It's also a low
first
traffic time right now.
First impressions are incredible.
Man, look at this thing. It's just so fucking smooth.
We're giving it some challenging routes.
Yeah, like
hills.
this is a crazy hill here. And it, you know, it's difficult to make a left there, and it did it. Even a human would probably get nervous.
Yeah.
Someone who would, you know, isn't from this neighborhood.
Do you still have the same 3 settings for like assertive and average and chill?
Yeah. Wow.
And
Beautiful clear night tonight. We can see the whole skyline. Yeah, we're on assertive. I could try chill or something, but maybe I'll try that tomorrow.
I mean, especially when there's no traffic out like this, I'm not sure that it would matter much.
Yeah. I think it does affect the auto speed. So on assertive, it speeds more. On normal, it kind of goes around the speed limit. In chill, it kind of sticks to the speed limit.
Does it affect acceleration profiles at all, or just?
Yeah,
okay,
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Someone had a question there.
Yeah, I mean, we have a request from someone in the audience. He wants us to go to a double lane roundabout. I send you the coordinates if possible, if you're interested to do it. Thank you.
Where, in San Francisco?
Yeah, it's someone you know. He just DM me.
Where is it? What neighborhood of
Would
San
you mind just
Francisco?
telling us where it is?
Well, I just sent you the name of the place.
I think someone said it was San Jose.
Okay, we're not going to fucking San Jose. That's an hour away.
No, it wasn't. Ryan, I DM'd you the coordinates because I'm not from San Francisco. I'm not sure where it is exactly.
Thank you. Thanks for sending it to me as well, so I can look at it separately from the video.
Yeah.
And who is that just sent that? Ah, there. I see it. I see it.
Meta.
All right.
You can come to Milwaukee if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. These coordinates are Milwaukee. All right, so someone sent me Hollister, California. Very funny. You said Meta sent it.
Okay, so we're trying to merge onto the street here. It's a little bit kind of weird merging situation they got, and it just did it perfectly.
Meta, I'm not seeing your message, but someone asked if we could do full...
All right, look at this. So we had to get out of this lane because this lane is getting on the highway the other direction. It just got out of it very smoothly.
Yeah. I mean, do you have Joe mode on? Because I didn't even hear the blinker.
I do have Joe mode on.
Yeah, it's a really surreal experience not hearing the blinker and that being so smooth.
Yeah, I can definitely see the indicators on my
I saw them as earlier as well when I thought that as well.
Right.
Someone asked if we could make FSD full screen, but that doesn't happen in the...
FSD developers, if you're listening, full screen visualization for the S and X, come on.
It'd be cool.
We paid $75,000 and you give us this bullshit on the driver display?
3 and Y have that as an advantage.
Yeah, what the fuck? I missed that from my 3.
And I'm still not seeing, on the kilowatts, I'm not seeing the message. So if someone wants to send me the coordinates, send them to the kilowatts.
Maybe you just need to see the, the part in the message where you don't get a message from someone you know, or like you don't follow me. Maybe it's like...
I'm checking there as well. Message requests, I'm not seeing that. That was just where I saw the comment about full screen FSD. So...
All right, so we're getting ready to merge onto the highway now. Here's US 101 North.
I mean, if you could just tell us the address, I don't see why this has to be a DM. You could just tell us the address of the roundabout, and then we'll go there.
But tell us, we're like moving. We're not, I don't know where it is, but... Oh, okay, that was really interesting. There was a car coming, but it was turning right, and it started moving to merge onto the highway because it was showing its right blinker, even though it was kind of coming towards us, whereas old FSD Beta would have waited. Do you see that highway merge, Ryan?
Yeah.
Was that not the sexiest highway merge you've ever seen?
Speed really well. It's so far merging on with the other lanes fairly well. So I'll do this here so they can see the cameras. Here's the merge. No cars in the lane next to us, but really smooth merge over a bumpy road there.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't changed the visualization. This feels like...
Yeah, it feels like that.
Really nice merge there.
Really nice lane change, yeah.
Because if you watch the visualization, there was a car that was just leaving our lane, so it kind of stopped a little bit, but not in any irregular way. It was just like let me just make sure they're out, and now I'm over. It was a really, again, very human.
Yeah.
That was a really nice merge.
All right, look at this lane change. Boom! Look at how human-like that is. You see
this
that?
is damn good. And look, it's still like in the lane next to the Prius. Before it would make sure it was completely out of the lane before the Prius. This feels like it's V12. This feels way better than
I know.
Autopilot.
I've been trying to tell people.
That
Everybody's like laughing, making fun of the team. Oh, Elon said it should be V13. He's so stupid.
But
it's actually really fucking good, you guys. This isn't a joke. It's not hype. This is like what we have been waiting for 3 years, basically.
That Prius, I'm blown. It was much less robotic handling that Prius than anything else.
Yeah. I mean, just think, you can get one of these cars for $35,000 and you can run this, and you can get 3 months free with a referral link. That's fucking crazy. Anyone can have this, and it'll change your life.
Again, the mental load reduction, obviously, with any version of autopilot is good, but this is meaningful. It seems to be meaningful. I don't want to make too many assumptions yet because of our limited mileage.
We've had 3 perfect drives in a row,
and they've been challenging. They've been,
yeah.
It's not heavy traffic. This guy with the brake lights out might cut us off in a second here, but
right.
Wow.
So I pinned it at the top of the page.
He's texting. Thank you. I'll check out the space from my phone here.
All right, we're exiting the highway now, getting off on 4th Street in San Francisco.
Why did someone else send me the same? Oh, that's heavy braking, but it needs to be.
Yeah. There was a lot of cars on the off-ramp.
Yeah. Another person sent me the same Hollister, California location. Do people want us to go to Hollister? They're sending the wrong intersection, or something's wrong with the...
Or maybe there's another street with the same name in Hollister or something.
Yeah, something's weird about the... I'm opening in Google Maps.
All right, we got a green light.
I don't know what people think. Like when we say San Francisco, we mean the city of San Francisco, or
it's a small little thing on the peninsula.
7 miles, or maybe we'll go outside the city just.
Okay,
barely,
this is a little complicated here, but it's doing well. It stayed in its lane.
Kind of between the lanes there.
Yeah.
I do a fair amount when I'm deciding if I'm going to make a left here or.
Yeah.
There was no one to our right, which.
But I think it does need to make a left.
Yep. No, but I'm just saying that was like a very normal, again, human-like. Right. Humans don't strictly confide to the lines.
Yeah, especially when there's no car to your right.
And again, that's.
We have 450 people in the room, and the Hollister people do not speak for all of us.
Okay, I will check the messages again because I've received that same location now a couple times. I do think it'd be a good place to test, but it's not the place.
Hollister's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, it'd be visually interesting, but.
We'd have to drive for like an hour to get there. I think.
Yeah, no, it would be more than an hour. I'm going to rejoin the space from the kilowatts account here and see.
All right. Half a mile until we make a left turn onto Geary. We're going to drive through Union Square. We're heading to the Apple Store.
Gonna pick up an Apple Vision Pro. Yeah,
Can I see the Geary building? Can I see the Geary building on video, please?
What Geary building?
Half a mile. Isn't he the designer of the Chrome Museum?
No, that's Frank Gehry. That's a different guy.
Guys, I don't know who thought it would the pin locate. The pin location's also Hollister. I'm about to give up on you guys requesting locations. Everyone's sending me.
There's no roundabouts here.
Challenge anymore, or it's not really?
There's like that one, by Zynga headquarters, or where Zynga headquarters used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that one in the Presidio. Those are the only two roundabouts I know in San Francisco, and they're really tiny roundabouts. They're like a joke of a roundabout. Europeans laugh when I show that to them and I say this is a roundabout.
Okay. Again, tighter than maybe that one was pretty tight.
It does that though. It does that.
Yeah, it's again. If I was an Uber, if you're driving.
Okay, so check this out. This lane's actually blocked.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, there we go. If you're driving your car and you do that, I'd be like, yeah, it's his car. He knows the size of his car.
Okay, so there's a car over here. It slowed because that car was there to my right.
And it merged perfectly.
Which is
absolutely perfect.
11 would not slow, and then it would get too far, and then it would get stuck. But look, it went around that. Now it's getting back into the lane where it needs to get.
Which is also the most open lane. This is really good.
Yeah. It's not just really good. It's fucking incredible. People said it was supposed to be impossible to drive with just cameras. And we just did 3 drives back to back without touching jack shit on a car today. Not in 10 years, not in 5 years. Today. Okay, this is Geary.
Yep. Kind of a tight left off of a busy road onto a more quieter road initially. Really smooth. Easy. Yeah, I'm impressed. I am damn impressed.
There you go. Even the skeptics are impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted FSD to be this good.
Yeah.
The first drives I thought might be I'm saying years ago, I thought they might be something that's something analogous to this, but this gives me a lot of hope for.
This is what we wanted in 2020.
Robotaxi. This gives me a lot of hope for future Robotaxi.
Exactly.
It feels like clean up the potholes, the manhole covers, and make sure it doesn't curb the wheels.
And guess what happens to our Tesla collection if this actually becomes Robotaxi ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna be fucking rich. I got 2 Teslas with FSD paid for now.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like figure out the edge cases, solve the edge cases, and also,
You see it kind of braked a little?
Yep.
And then there was that kid on the scooter?
Yep.
So just not slamming on the brakes like the old version would, but just kind of feathered a little bit, waited to see what the kid would do.
It considers more. It feels like it exists within more of a time space rather than making decisions immediately.
And it's more responsive. It can respond faster.
It gives itself time to respond too.
Yeah. All right, so check it out. So we got to make a right turn here.
Crossing.
There's a pedestrian.
I'll show both I guess I can't really show the mind's eye with the pedestrian, so I'll show the pedestrian as we...
And then notice how it started moving before he had completely left the crosswalk, but at the right time, that by the time he got out of the crosswalk, we were there to make the right turn. Okay, now this is a little bit challenging because there's a area on the right here that goes into the parking garage. And then there's the actual lane we need to turn into.
Yep.
So,
okay, that's our first takeover.
There we go.
There.
We had our first takeover.
There's kind of like a ramped, middle island there that it was heading towards, probably not making a sharp enough turn. I mean, technically it might have been able to go off
it looked to me like it was going to drive onto the curb.
Oh, for sure. It would have. I'm saying, like, you would have at least had one wheel on that curb. So
and
our first
there we go. It's parking at the Apple Store.
There we go. We can go get our Vision Pros.
So we had 3 drives, nearly all perfect. 1 takeover at the end there due to that weird sort of thing here in Union Square. But this is just the beginning. You know, we got 12.3, we got 12.4.
And I would say, again, the comfort was unmatched. That was phenomenal.
All right, guys. Well, FSD 12.3, it's coming to a Tesla near you. Let us know what you think when you get it on your car. I think it's going to be rolling out to everyone very soon. It looks to me like it's ready. I mean, we had 3 drives, nearly all perfect, 1 takeover at the end. And just great work, Tesla team. And I can't wait to see this get out to everyone. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll end the space here, and I'll go drop off Ryan. Yeah, I'm glad it was good we could do it live. So, you know, I did not know what would happen. I had never driven this version before. I didn't know if it would be good or bad. You guys saw everything that I saw. This wasn't scripted. It was all live. So it's really that good.
And even more for me. This is my first time in version 12 period, and I am very, very impressed. Compared to every other version, this was a standout better, significantly. Yeah,
people always say, oh, you're faking it, or, you know, you're only uploading it where it works or something. But I mean, this is
as
real
live as it gets.
Yeah, this is real. And, you know, I'm taking driverless Waymos all the time. This thing is getting this good now. It can work anywhere. You know, this AI stuff, it's not just a bubble. There really is crazy stuff happening across the industry in AI. And, it really is, I think, going to change the way we live. Anyway, take care, everyone. I'll have more videos, including the full video out from this drive, out on YouTube. I recorded it here on the GoPro. So thanks for tuning in. Take care, everyone.